Section 9.2 has to do with a different type of transformation. We've already talked about reflection. This has to do with something called translations. Translations are sometimes called a slide, and it has no change in the size or the orientation of the original. So in other words, it can't turn, it can't become bigger, and it can't become smaller. So let's say we want to take this original and we want to translate it 3 units to the right and 2 units down. Well, going right or left is going to affect the x. So what this is going to do is I'm going to add 3, because I go 3 to the right, so that moves it in a right direction or a positive direction by 3, and 2 units down is going to affect the y. So I'm going to add a -2 to my y values, because it's going to go down to get my new points. So a prime, when I add 3 to the -3, I get 0. So I have a new point of 0, -2. On b prime, when I add 3 to my -2, I get a +1. When I add -2 to a 3, I get a +1 as well. This one, c prime, I'm going to take the -1 plus 3. It's going to give me a +2. -1 plus -2 is going to give me a -3. Then I just graph those. So 0, -2 is a prime. 1, 1 is b prime. And 2, -3 is c prime. So you can see what happened was I just took this original shape and I slid it. Okay? Went right 3 units and I went down 2 units. But if you do it this way, all you got to do is graph your new spots. Okay, let's do another example of that. Okay? Now, notice how this says it doesn't tell you left 4 and down 5. It says x minus 4 and y minus 5. So what I'm doing is I'm adding a -4 to my x, and I'm adding a -5 to my y. That tells me it went left 4 and it went down 5. So t prime is going to give me a -5, okay, because I'm adding -4 to -1, -1. U prime, I'm going to get a -2, 0. V prime, I'm going to get a 0, -2. And W prime, I'm going to get a -3, -3. Then I just have to graph that over here. So I have a -5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, -1, so that's going to be my t prime. -2, 0 is going to be my u prime. 0, -2 is going to be my v prime. And -3, -3 is going to be my w prime. So literally, it's like taking this and just sliding it down. Okay, I don't change the rotation of it, and I don't change the size of it. All right, let's look at this one. This one just has an endpoint. It has a line segment. So I have -3, 4 is D, and I have 4, 2 is E. So when I translate it 1 to the right, that means I'm going to add 1 to my x, and 3 up, I'm going to add 3 to my y. So D prime is going to be -2, -1. Actually, it looks like I've graphed this wrong. Okay, hold on. What I've got is I have +3 and +4. So that means this is going to be 4, and this one right here is going to be 7. So that's going to be the 0.47. Then I have 4, 2 as your E. So E prime, when I add 1, is going to be 5. And it's going to be 5, 5. Okay, so what I have for 7, I'm going to go up to right here, and that's going to be my D prime. And then I'm going to go right here for my E, which is 5, 5. So you can see what happened was you slid it to the right one. It's hard to see on this one because that one looks more like 4, but since I don't have a graph there, you literally slide it to the right and you go up 3. Works better on a piece of graph paper. All right, your homework on this is page 473, 15 through 20 all.